Hi, this is John Beehner. Welcome to the Wise Counsel's Good News 316 show. Yes, good news. Can you believe it? Hey, you got the media out there feeding you all kinds of bad stuff, all the evil, shocking things they can think of or they can find to make it seem like a terrible world. You know, but that's the neat thing about God. He's created each of us, and He has a story that He's unfolding in each of our lives. Yes, He can use bad and turn it into good, and He does so often. So we're not about telling you all the bad news. You get enough of that. We're telling you the good news of what God's doing in people's lives, whether you know Him or not. He can use all kinds of people and does, again, to produce a better world. That's what we're all about. So, all right, let's go on to the next clip we want to show you. This is about open book management, one of my favorite topics. Jack Stack, who was the president of Springfield Remanufacturing Company, wrote a book called The Great Game of Business. It's a great biblical model on how to help entrepreneurs grow inside a company, because everybody becomes an owner in one form or another. They create a company of owners, and it really is an ideal model for any company to use. Again, it's about sharing numbers, being open. Let's watch some of this clip. It comes from John Case, and he talks about open book management. He wrote the book on open book management, but it's a short video. We're going to show some of it from what Pat Kelly talked about in his company and his employees, because I worked with him for close to 15 years when his company grew from $2 million to $2 billion in sales. But it's a great story, great program to use in a company. Let's watch it together.
In 1983, Pat Kelly and two colleagues started Physician Sales and Service with $40,000. The medical supply distribution business hadn't changed in decades, until Pat Kelly came along.
In our industry, historically, a company sold to doctors, hospitals, and nursing homes. And I saw a clear delineation of the needs of those three markets.
When we started PSS, we wanted to be a service company. We wanted to sell the physicians, and we wanted to service them like nobody else in the industry.
I saw a unique opportunity to do something that nobody had ever done before.
Today, PSS has over $500 million in annual sales, and it is the largest company selling medical supplies to physicians.
I remember when there were only 13 employees in 1983, and I remember meeting and going over the P&L with all 13 employees and trying to explain and articulate to them then what the impact was, what we got to do to control our freight costs, and what we got to do to control our telephone expense. And we made money from the very beginning because they understood that, and they watched their stock grow in value.
The success of PSS was based on providing unmatched service. However, a few years ago, the company faced an unexpected crisis. With the advent of healthcare reform, a sudden shift took place in the market.
All of a sudden, price moved from number 3 to number 1. That told us that, guess what? We needed to change our focus.
The change couldn't have been possible if, number one, you didn't have the number one ingredient to make change, and that's trust. It was 505 employees at that time, and I had to ask them to take a 10 to 20% pay cut based on their position, so that this company could just stay in the black, and no employee left. Now, I don't think you could have done that if they did not understand the financials and what it meant to them. And they stayed. Nobody was happy about it, and I sure wasn't happy about communicating it. But the beautiful part is they got the reward, and the reward was now here is their company with over $200 million worth of assets, $90 million in cash on the balance sheet, and right now the strongest company in medical distribution, period.
Most companies, they're afraid to let their employees know that they make money. Now, common sense tells you that people are in business to make money. But it's a facade that people says, well, you know, we don't want people to know how much money we're making. Well, how can they help you grow if they don't know? And a lot of companies don't give them a bonus pool. Everybody here knows how much money they make. They don't know how much money goes to the bottom line. They try to make it bigger because the more it gets to the bottom line, the more their bonus is.
This way, I mean, it keeps everybody up to date of what's happening with the company, and everybody's not, you know, kept in the dark. And they're not surprised by any decisions that the company makes for no apparent reason at all. They share with us. They let us know what's going on.
PSS not only survived a sudden shift in its market, it prospered. Pat Kelly provided leadership, but it was his company of frontline entrepreneurs that turned the crisis into a business success story.
Again, the open book management model is really a biblical approach to things. It really shares in the profitability, the resources, gets people involved. They have become owners, whether they have stock or not. It's a model that can help any company get to the deepness of what they want to do. Again, God is involved in these kinds of things because it's about loving your neighbor and how you treat people. So you might want to know more about what we do. Ask Wise Counsel is our website. Again, we're starting a university program, Wise Counsel University, where we're going to train people to be mentor, coaches, and leaders of peer advisory groups, because we do that so much in our business. But we want to inspire you and help you in any way. If you want to know more about what we do and learn more about the Wise Counsel University coming up soon, just email us and check it out on our website, askwisecounsel.com. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you again soon at the next show on Good News, Wise Counsel's Good News 316 show. See you then.